No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today we got the one and only Taurus. How you doing, bro?
My brother, what's going on?
Chilling, man.
Schletty.
You getting big high in here, huh?
Nah, for sure.
So for the record, I met you 1 year ago at Wireless Festival right before I did the Young Thug interview. Mm-hmm. We just happened to tap in.
Yeah.
So you are Gunna's DJ. We're going to get into all that, how you got to where you're at in life and everything. But it's nice to have you on the show.
Nah, hell yeah. And I was just like, when I seen you at this show, I'm like, I gotta fuck with Adam. Like,
I appreciate that.
He for the culture for real. Like, I gotta fuck with Adam. Like, he one of them ones.
I appreciate it. That was a crazy ass day for me. Like, getting the Thug interview just by like being in the right place, right time. Like,
nah, for sure.
Crazy.
Nah, I knew you were gonna get that one though, cause he fucked with you too. So he's like, why not? Like,
that's crazy.
Where we was at?
We were in England.
England, yeah.
London.
I don't even remember, bro.
Yeah, on tour, huh? You just fucking end up 5 million different
just
places.
Turning up.
No
just
clue.
turning up, man.
How many times you been around the world so far?
We did like 2 tours. It was like the Dribble Drown 2 tour. We did like a US tour, then we did an overseas tour. That was like probably 15 shows, and then we did another one. That was probably like 10. We sold out O2 like 2 nights in a row. That shit was crazy.
It must be crazy for you because I'm assuming that you had not been out of the country, and then all of a sudden you're out of the country and you're in every country.
Yeah, I had just graduated from college.
Really?
So it was like, yeah, I had just graduated from college. So it was like, damn, like I'm doing something like after college, you know, that shit just be like, now you got to find out what the fuck you finna do, because that shit really a scam for real.
Right.
Like, I'm not saying like don't go to college, but it's like when you go to college, you got to like apply some shit. What else you gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so you're from Atlanta?
No, I'm from Memphis.
Memphis.
Yeah.
Okay.
I moved to Atlanta just for college in my freshman year, 2014.
So what was your upbringing like in Memphis?
I played basketball a lot of my life for real, so I really was just a cool kid at school playing basketball with the girls and shit. Like, cool shit.
Were you into like music and fashion and shit?
Nah, I was always into fashion and dressing, but I didn't grow up like DJing or making beats. Like, I picked that shit up like in college, like probably like the end of my sophomore year in college. That's when I started DJing. Like,
okay, I
threw like a party and shit, like, but I didn't know like you really had to have like a DJ board to like DJ. So I threw a party just on a laptop. Like, folks fucked me on campus, so I just threw a party up there, and then the shit was turned, and then it was gone from there. Like, I got to start DJing now.
So your whole life was pretty much just focused on sports and shit when you were in high school, and then everything changed once you went to Atlanta?
Yeah, like I fucked around and worked out with I went to Clark, Atlanta. I worked out with the team like that summer, and then he was like, yeah, you fuck around, you can walk on, you just gotta try out. So I tried out, and I ain't make this shit. Like, so I'm like, fuck. Like, what the fuck I'm finna do now?
Was that a bummer? Because did you think basketball was gonna be your whole life at that point?
Yeah, like, you know, niggas be telling you like, it's gonna be 1 out of a million y'all gonna make it. I'm like, man, I'm gonna be 1 out of a million that's gonna make it. Right. Not knowing that shit really hard. Like, I'm at a D2. Like, I was in the mood where I was like, if I don't want the biggest thing, if I don't want to go to the NBA, ain't no point in me playing basketball.
Right.
Yeah. So like,
what college you go to in Atlanta?
Clark, Atlanta University. It's on HBCU.
And so was it like, because that's funny, you don't make the basketball team, but then also you're in like one of the littest parts of the fucking country in terms of fashion, entertainment, all kinds of crazy ass parties and shit.
It was a blessing and a curse, because I wasn't even gonna go to Clark, because I'm like, I don't know nobody here. I ain't had no family in Atlanta, so I'm like, damn, what the hell? Like, I don't even want to go to Clark. Like, and then like my one of my partners was supposed to go to Clark with me, and he dropped out and didn't go with me like the last week we were supposed to go. He like, I ain't going. Right. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why am I finna go all the way to Atlanta by myself and I don't know nobody? Right. And my mom like, you need to go. You need to like see some new shit. Like, so I was like, man.
Did you not know what you were in for? Because Atlanta's a pretty amazing city.
I knew it was gonna be lit. Like, I had been to Atlanta probably like twice, but I didn't. It's different staying there and then just going for like a weekend. Like, this shit, a totally different vibe.
Right, definitely. Okay, so you get there, you just end up hosting a party randomly, and then that just happens to go well, and you're like, man, fuck it, this is my whole thing now.
Nah, you know what was crazy? Like, I was DJing and there was a girl from Philly in there, and she was drunk, so it was like she was like, play some Meek Mill, and I you know what I'm saying? I played some Meek and shit, and then she like, play this. And then it's like she just started getting annoying, like I could tell she was drunk. So I cut the music off. I'm like, hey, security, somebody come get this bitch from DJ booth. Like, And I played, I'm from Memphis, so I played at 3-6 Mafia. When I say weak ass, you say bitch. Weak ass bitch, and the whole club went crazy. The whole club, weak ass bitch. So I'm like, ooh, I love this, just this reaction I'm getting off people. So I'm like, I gotta do this shit. Like, I gotta go buy me a board. I gotta like just start, and I started trying to do parties and shit.
And so you have any success with that before anything else happened?
Not really, cause I started late, the end of my sophomore year. So it was like, they already had niggas that was locked in. Like, they already had their DJs and shit. Like, I just wanted to pop in DJ on campus. Like, I get a couple gigs from here and there, but I really just want, like, the #1 DJ. Like, oh, Taurus, like, we going to fuck with Taurus. And I want that, like, in college. I ain't gonna lie.
So how'd you go about starting to build up your name?
I just went outside of college. Like, I started trying to DJ in more of the Atlanta clubs instead of just this crowd. Like, I'm like, man, I need to try to like get out, cause they ain't fucking with me, so I gotta try to find another way to like see what I can do. So I started DJing at this club called The Venue. I DJ'd there like twice, and they were like, oh, we need you to close. Like, I fuck with your shit, like, we need you to close. So I started closing at that shit, and that was just like my first little club. Like, I just was like, I had a name in there. Like, it was on the south side. Like, that shit was fire though.
So that was how you started kind of building your shit up?
Yeah, I just built up my name and shit, just like, you DJing at the venue tonight, we finna come fuck with you, like, cause it's like we getting old, it's like niggas not really on the college move. Like, the college move cool, but it's like we in Atlanta. Like, it's so much other shit going on. Like, so I just started building my name up from there.
Yeah, because Atlanta's a crazy place where there's like so many rappers in different studios and shit there, but you gotta have an entry point. Like, you can't just be in the studio with Thug and shit. Like, how did you start really meeting people and mingling around rappers and shit?
I really never, I never really was on there like trying to meet people. Like, one of my best friends was his name Uno. That's my brother. Like, he Rocco's son. So that was probably the closest shit that, you know what I'm saying, the closest thing where I seen the other side, but I never was really on some like, hey, my name is like, I do this, like, that shit was just never me. Like, like, I just feel like niggas don't fuck with you like that. Like, if a nigga gonna fuck with you, nigga gonna fuck with you. You don't gotta be like, hey, I do this. Like, that worked for some people, but that just wasn't my thing. Like, I never liked that shit.
Okay. So how'd you start making connections to get more established though?
When I was DJing at the club venue, this about drip season 1 or drip season 2. Okay. And I would just play that shit in the club because that was the hardest shit to me at that time. And I didn't even know Gunna or nothing at that time. So I would just play that shit and tag him on Instagram. And he would just like hit me back like fire, like, or whatever. And then about the 4th time, he like, all right, he DM me like, do you DJ for anybody? So I'm like, nah, I don't DJ for nobody. I never did a show or nothing like that. So he like, do you DJ for anybody? I'm like, nah, but he was in LA at the time. So he was like, I'm gonna hit you when I get back to the city. We're gonna link, pull up to the yo. So it had been like 2 weeks. And I hit him again. I'm like, yo, what up? Like, where you at? And he like, damn, I'm still in LA, bro. I ain't even came back yet. Like, so I just kept playing this shit in the club, and we linked. Like, one time I put him to the studio on some shit and just smoking, cooling and shit, you know, regular shit, like nothing too major. Then about a week later, he went on tour. It was Nudie and Playboy Cardi tour.
I seen that flyer when I was like deep in your Twitter last night. I'm like, man, that's a crazy ass tour right there.
That went on that tour, but he already had a DJ previous. Like, I guess the manager that he had before already linked him with a DJ. She wanted to link him with like somebody that was more experienced, and like he was an older nigga, but he really didn't match Gunna for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? These young folks in crowd, they trying to turn up. They not like he was a lit DJ, but so fuck around. Damn, what happened? This nigga missed the show or something. Like, he couldn't come to the show. He called me on some shit. Like, I need you to come do this show. So I came and did the show, and then he was like, damn, this nigga turned. But then the nigga came back the next show, and then I fuck around. We sold merch. I just sold merch for him and shit. So that was like my first just entry into like just seeing certain shit.
But then Gunna sort of realized like, oh, if I have this dude DJing for me, he's gonna bring more energy to the shows than the person he was working with before.
I mean, it was that, and it was kind of somewhat the loyalty. Like, I didn't care about like, I didn't really care about like now I gotta sell merch this day. Like I didn't really care about that. Like,
right.
I fuck with them off rip, so I'm like, shit, I sell merch for you, bro. Like whatever you need, type shit.
That's a big part of like being able to fit into the establishment of any like what a rapper has going or whatever.
Yeah,
is
for
to
sure.
be able to just show that you're a team player and you're down to do whatever.
Yeah, you can't have too much pride in this shit. Like you can't be like, I don't want to carry a bag. I'm the DJ. Like this shit lame. Like if this your brother and you rocking with him, like whatever a nigga need, you need to do it for him. Like
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit just. Some people can't do that shit. Some people had too much pride and be like, man, I ain't holding the bag, or have a certain type of energy toward a nigga. Like, man, hell nah.
But that's crazy because like around Drip Season 1 and 2 was when Gunna had like a strong underground buzz. But then Drip Season 3, everything changed a shitload. That's when I really like started. I remember the Green album cover.
Yeah, that shit just
all of a sudden
stood
we're
out,
listening
right?
to that all the time, and I was like, oh, I got to go back and figure out what his older shit was about. But you were just starting to be around when that situation took place?
Yeah, I was just starting to be around. Like I was still in college too. So it was like this probably like the ending of my senior year in college.
Right.
So it's like, damn, like this shit finna be over. What the fuck I'm finna do? And I'm still just in the club DJing. I'm not really like, I'm making money, but it's some nights I'm not even getting paid. Like,
right.
But I'm not even tripping cause I'm like, I want motherfuckers to know I just rock this motherfucker. I don't even care if I'm getting paid. Like, so it was like, that was my first time really just being around him. Like, just being around. Like, and then after that shit, we just locked in. After that, he was just like, man, pull up, fuck with me. We just start fucking with each other, pulling up to the studio, and just kicking in and shit.
I mean, it must have been crazy though, because you're up close and personal, seeing his career go from like popping underground artists to like huge, like in a very short period of time.
Nah,
too.
no cap. We were doing fucking lounges and bars and shit.
Right.
Like, but that shit would be lit. That shit would be packed out. Like I used to love them shows because they gonna be packed the fuck out. They gonna be screaming word for word. These folks really fuck with us. Like that shit just crazy. Like just the journey, just like from bars and lounges to fucking festivals and shit. Like that shit crazy.
What was it like? Because being in the studio with Gunna and shit, I'm sure pretty quickly you started to, like, when did he start to be around Thug? Like, was he always around Thug, like, even early in your time DJing for him?
Yeah,
and
he
shit?
was already, they were already locked in. This is probably around 20, but when I started just coming around, it's probably like 20, I want to say 2017. That's when I just start just coming around, like 2017. Like around that time. Yeah.
And so did that blow your mind being around somebody like Thug and shit? And just,
Yeah, because it's like, it wasn't like, it blew my mind like, damn, bro, I want to take a picture with you. But it's like, nigga, you in the room with these folks, you shouldn't even act like that with these people. Like, but I grew up listening to Thug. Like, I used to go, like, when I'm in Memphis listening to Thug, niggas be like, bro, what the fuck? Like, some niggas fuck with, they be like, bro, what the fuck you listen to? Like, bro, this man's a fucking genius. You fucking tripping. This man's a fucking genius.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, there's certain rappers that I feel like you just got to be able to give somebody a pass on taking a picture with. Like, Thug knows that he's one of the most important rappers of our generation, and everybody he runs into is going to be a fucking huge fan.
But I'm just coming around him, so
Right.
I'm not knowing his vibe. I'm not knowing a nigga vibe, so I'm not just going to approach no nigga on no shit like that. That's just lame to me.
Definitely, yeah.
That's just lame.
Yeah, because you want them to think of you as a homie more so than like a clout chaser. And a lot of times when you're around somebody for the first time and they are all trying to be awkward and get a photo too early and shit, and you're kind of like, damn, like, that kind of makes me think about this person in a different light.
It's not even about that. It's not about you taking a picture. Like, that's not what you're here for, to take a picture with me, bro. Like, what the fuck you doing?
Definitely.
You tripping.
Right. So how was, were you making beats in the beginning, or did that just come along? Because I didn't realize you were making beats, and then I started listening to Gunna, and I'm like, oh, this dude Taurus is actually all over this shit producing it.
I really didn't. I just started making beats a year ago.
Really?
Probably February 2019, that's when I just started just really making beats for real.
Did you know anything about it, or you have anybody to help you, or you just started going in?
I mean, being from DJing to going to producing, I ain't gonna say it was easy, but it was kind of like I kind of understood some shit. And you know what I'm saying? I watch Weezy and Turbo and Keys, like, cause them my brothers. Them niggas really made me want to make beats, cause I'm like, damn, this shit fire, like. Nigga just sitting there, like, when Weezy make a beat, that shit like a movie. Every time he make a beat, like, that shit be crazy.
It's actually crazy to see how far Weezy's come even in the last couple of years.
Nah, he the fucking wave for real.
Yeah.
Tripping. He's the wave.
But so when you started making beats, were you thinking that you would be so successful with it? Because like, you know, that's a short period of time to all of a sudden have a bunch of beats on one of the top albums of the year.
No, I still to this day, like, I think I'm okay at making beats. I'm not just gonna say I'm the best producer, nigga, because niggas gotta be humble with this shit. Like, it's still niggas out here like Timbaland, Scott Storch, Weezy, fucking Turbo Keys, like, DY, like, it's a lot of niggas that still out here for me to even be like, I'm the hottest. Like, I just never been like that. Like, I'm just blessed and, like, grateful to be where I'm at right now. Like that shit just, I feel like that take away from your blessings when you think a certain way and you act a certain way. Like, that shit take away from your blessings.
Right, but there's certain, like the beat for Skybox. You just play that around him and just hope that he sees the vision of it that you had? I
mean, previously, before we did Skybox, we probably had like 5 or 6 songs, but all of them were good. Like, we made Sun came out before we made Skybox.
Okay.
And that shit just...
Skybox is a movie. A feature film.
It's just like...
a Broadway play.
That shit... We made that shit in Jamaica. You know, you seen the documentary, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like we was in Jamaica just making shit, so... It was some that made me just get up that day. Like, I got up like 7 or 8 o'clock that morning. Just got up early as fuck. And when I get up, whenever I touch my computer, whatever the last beat I just did, I go play it again just to reset my ears to see what the fuck it sound like. So I had just finished up Skybox. So he fuck around, came, he just wake up out of nowhere, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga just like geeked out. Like, it's 8 in the morning, bro, but we got the fucking sun coming up. We got the doors are open. Like, so it's like, this was just the vibe in the room. Like, and he just recorded that shit.
He went and rapped on it right away?
Right away.
Wow.
He recorded that shit right away. Like, Flo, get up. Like, our engineer Flo, get up. Like, come on. Right, record that shit. And we recorded. We like, hold on. You might get some. Because we had did 4 or 5 songs already, but that was cool.
Right.
Like, that were fire songs for me to just not be making beats, but I still in my soul didn't feel like I really don't got a song like that can be on the album, or, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we just keep listening to that motherfucker. We like, ooh, hold on. About the 3rd, 4th day, we still listening to this motherfucker like, ooh, shit, this one the motherfucker right here. Then goddamn, that just brought the whole Wonder thing together. It's like that just created the whole vibe that we were trying to bring to the table with the one album.
Right.
So that shit just like, oh my God, like, nigga, this just one of them different ones. And that's when I felt like, ooh, I might have me some.
I feel like that's definitely like one of the most important songs on the album vibe-wise, because there's like there's an attitude about that project, in particular with the beats and everything that just, I don't know, it's just a feel to it. And that song kind of helps define that.
Yeah, that's why we dropped it as a single first, just to go ahead and set the vibe for, okay, this is what, you know what I'm saying? This is what y'all gonna get for this album, right?
Addie's is one of the other ones that really hits on that for me, for
that
sure.
Shit,
it's just so high energy. I really feel like I took an Addie to the face when that song came on.
Just Addie, Addie. No, for sure. Shout out to everybody taking Adderall, man. You know what I'm saying? All the kids at Harvard and shit. I fuck with y'all.
Was that a thing for you in college?
Nah, I really wasn't taking Adderall like that. I smoke weed like a motherfucker, but nah, I ain't gonna.
That's not really your thing?
Nah, I fuck with Adderall sometimes, like when I just want to focus in and make a beat, but that just wasn't one of my things, like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For me, I'm already like hella high energy, and I feel like every time I take an Adderall in my life, I felt like my head was gonna fly off because it just got me like way too hyped up.
Yeah, nah, it make you feel like you want to run, but you can't run. You sitting down, you want to run.
Right.
You just keep you focused, though. It's just a focus.
Definitely. That beat's just a hella fast paced and just like high energy. Goes a long way. You start smoking more weed from being on the road with all these guys, or you always been on that?
Nah, I always been a heavy weed smoker. Right. Really in college, because when I was in high school, I really want, I hit the blunt when Naomi's hitting the weed, but I really want rolling up. When I stopped hooping and started really rolling weed, I'm like, oh shit, I'm gone.
Right.
I'm gone. Like, man, I was smoking like a motherfucker.
Is it ever a balance on tour though? Because it's like you got to be responsible, you got to be the DJ, you got to be on stage, etc. But like, are you ever like getting too fucked up and then you can't really do your job? Has that ever been an issue?
Nah, hell nah. It was probably the one show that was like that. Y'all can go look this shit up. It was the fucking Rolling Loud Miami. Oh my God, bro. I was fucked up.
Too faded?
Bro. Cause that was one of them ones that niggas was waiting on. Like niggas was waiting on that Rolling Loud Miami. So I was fucked up, bro.
Right.
You can go look that shit up. Like, I was loud as fuck and everything. Like, you can look at it on YouTube. Like, niggas in the comments taking me out. Like,
right.
Shut the fuck up. Like, you loud as fuck. Like, oh, some shit. This shit was funny here.
That's funny as fuck. No, because I mean, being like a great tour DJ is like a certain skill in itself, because it's like you can DJ a party, that's one thing. You can make a beat, that's one thing. But to go on tour and be able to be the guy who gets everybody hyped the fuck up, like obviously the artist does a big part of it, but the DJ can totally get the audience ready. You can keep them going when the artist needs to slow down and take a breather for a second. I mean, it's a big job.
Yeah, nah, that shit a art. That shit is a real art. Like, you shit. Like, when I first got into DJing, like when we were doing shows, like my energy was always a high energy, like going crazy. But when I started just doing, I'm like, bro, this shit really a art. Like, I really got it. It's certain spots I don't need to say shit. Like, it's certain, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas gotta just be real with yourself and look in the mirror and like be like, damn. Like, sometimes I record the show just to hear like, ooh, I don't need to say that at that part. Like, I need to shut the fuck up at that part. Like,
see, that's really smart. Yeah, because when I'm watching the DJ, I pay attention to that, and it's like, it's easy for a DJ to do too much.
Yeah.
And it's also easy for a DJ to just not be there enough, not be high energy enough.
Yeah.
And the artist who could really work with the DJ who could really work with the artist and like fill the gaps that he needs in terms of his stage presence and stuff is like such a valuable thing.
Yeah, really, when we went on tour with Trav, when we was on the Astro World tour, that's what really made me get my shit together.
Right.
Just watching them niggas every night, just like, damn. Like, and just hearing myself in the fucking like arenas and shit, like that shit just made me really be like, damn, I'm really loud as a motherfucker. I really need to shut the fuck up at some you know what I'm saying? Like, they had so much technology and shit back there. I used to like tell them niggas like, hey, can y'all record the show for me and put it on the flash drive so I can listen to it? So I could see at certain points like, hey, shut the fuck up.
Because you're not seeing what you look like from the audience perspective.
I'm high out there. I'm just going out there energy, just energy. I'm not going out there, and we never really rehearse shows, like, cause that shit kind of takes away from it, like, cause every crowd not gonna be the same crowd. Some crowd are gonna be more turned than other crowds.
Right.
So we really don't rehearse for shows and shit. Like, we go out there with how we feeling.
Have you ever just not really felt like, you know, cause it's gotta take a lot out you to go out there for an hour and be high energy. You ever like not have the energy and it's kind of hard for you to like get into that mentality?
Nah, never. I'm turned at all times.
You never had a cold or nothing?
Nah, hell nah.
That's good.
I mean, it's sometimes I done had a headache or some shit, but when I'm out there for them hours, it's like, don't nothing else matter. When I'm out there for that hour, 45 minutes, or however long we got, I'm locked in. Like, whatever the fuck done happened earlier or whatever, I feel like that shit don't even matter right now.
How often does the set list change? Because he's always putting out new music. Is like the set list change like abruptly here and there? Or is it like certain songs become hot so it starts to sort of...
Shit, we haven't performed in so long. So
right, yeah, there's that too.
That shit, now, that motherfucker...
Probably be completely different than the last show you played. Yeah.
We did 2 virtual shows, like...
Right, the YouTube one that was awkwardly right in the middle of the protests and shit.
That shit was fire.
Right.
That shit was fire. We had to do that, man. Still just for George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, man, for real, man. Like, that shit really just, we had to do that just like, you know what I'm saying, just to let everybody know that we with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, music heals all wounds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Music heals a lot of shit. Like, when you going through shit, you don't want to talk to nobody, but you gonna listen to some music. Like, that was just what that was for. Like, just for real.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. He ended up giving all the money from it to the charity and shit too, which is pretty dope.
Sure. We're doing that. Much love to everybody.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, is that weird that you haven't been able to tour in like a long ass time?
I can't wait.
That was your whole life for a while.
Bro, nothing else. Like, that shit, but not like with the quarantine shit going on, I think that shit was kind of like, that shit made us goddamn, like, if it never were for quarantine, we would never made 200 for lunch. We would never made Dirty Diana. Like, the whole layout just of the album just completely changed when the corona shit came. So that shit just, I ain't gonna say it helped, but it kind of just changed our mindset for what we're gonna do.
Because normally a rapper's whole life is like 2 different jobs: record and then tour. And it's like, if you can't tour, then realistically, putting all that effort into recording, it should be able to be a big benefit, really.
Bro, I can't wait to fucking perform again, bro. This shit gonna go crazy.
Right.
They gotta open this shit up, though. Like, they gotta open the fucking mosh pits and shit as soon as we get there. Like, Open that shit up right now, bro.
Is it crazy to go from playing the small bars and lounges to like even a year ago? I'm sure you've done bigger shows since then, but a year ago in London, I mean, people as far as you can see. It's like, it feels like infinite people.
Bro. Them folk be going crazy overseas. You already know how they be. They be on some like, hey.
They ain't taking it for granted at all.
Nah, for sure. Them folk going up. Them folk gonna jump. They don't even know the song. They gonna jump.
They know they might not see Gunna for another year, so they're here.
A nigga say everybody jump up and say fuck you. They gonna do it.
Right.
Hey, fuck you. I fuck with them.
Facts.
No
you ever
kidding.
try rapping?
Nah, hell nah.
Not for you?
Nah, hell nah. That ain't me. I just like making beats, bro. That shit really like therapy for me. Like whatever I'm thinking in my head, that shit, I put this shit on the beat. Like,
Right.
I fuck with this shit. I really love this shit.
That's what's up.
Nah, no cap.
Do you ever? Are there certain songs that you really enjoy playing, like your favorite songs out of the set? Having heard them all thousands of times.
Fucking, I still love that Pedestrian. That shit just like, it's the second song, so it's like a second song. Like I still love this shit. Like I love fucking Pedestrian. And Hot, oh my God. You know Hot
still does it?
That shit forever. That shit is 20 years.
Right.
Like
I know it was a single, but Dollars on My Head is like, that's
what I'm saying. We ain't even got to perform that yet. Oh my God.
That's crazy,
bro.
actually.
Oh my goodness. I ain't even performed Skybox. We performed Skybox one time.
Right.
Like, and then after we performed that, they shut everything down. Like, nobody come nowhere, nothing. Like,
man, I'm sure Gunna's not one of them, but there's probably a lot of rappers out there going broke because they can't tour right now.
Nah, for sure. You gotta have your shit together, man. And that's one thing we got. We got our shit together.
So
Feel
like
me?
The business side of everything is all like very organized in terms of.
for shiggity.
Yeah.
Come on,
For
man.
shiggity. He just hit me with the for shiggity.
No kids.
No Kizzy's a good one too.
Nah, no cap.
I'm gonna use No Kizzy right now to bring this up. All right, there was a viral tweet, basically, a tweet with a video of Gunna. It said, "Gunna says if you don't take your girl shopping, somebody else will. Is he speaking facts?" Some dude who I have no idea who this guy is, but he quote tweeted and wrote, "Never seen him with a girl though, and he has purses. Can't use this information." And Gunna's response was, "That's cap. I probably had one of your vibes. No Kizzy. I just keep it offline."
No Kizzy. You need to tell him to beat it. Whoever said that on the tweet, man, beat it. Michael Jackson, man, beat it.
I had to read it a couple of times. I wasn't familiar with No Kizzy when I first saw this.
Man, tear it down. You worry about the wrong thing, man. It's corona and shit outside, man. You worry about some hoe, man.
Right.
Worry about the wrong shit.
And the truth is that if you really got a lot of girls,
yeah,
you might not be putting them on the internet.
We not even talking about that. What the hell we not even talking about that. You're not a player if you're doing that. Putting you down.
Because the more girls you put on social media, the more it's going to cause issues with the other girls you're trying to talk to.
Yeah, he needs to relax. Nah, them folk probably bumping that one shit in the car or something. And them folk like, damn. I'm finna say something that nigga goddamn on the tweet, man.
And that hurts because when he says I probably had one of your girls, I mean, pretty good chance.
Nah, no Kizzy. Cause that's Warner. It's it's Gunna and it's Warner. It's two different niggas now.
So who's Warner? And do you remember where the Warner concept came from and everything?
I mean, Gunna is a Gemini. So Geminis are two different people. You know what I'm saying? These two different people.
Right.
Don't play with him. No kids.
Facts. Hey, is it hard to keep up with the drip? Because he's like mega famous for having an insane amount of clothes, having a new outfit every 5 fucking seconds. He
put this shit on, man. He'll have shit in the closet. He be like, nah, bro, I'm with it. Like, bro, this shit been sitting in the closet 2 years, man. Come on, bro.
So
that's the drip god.
But from your perspective, though, is it like you gotta always be coming with a fire ass fit, or is it?
I mean, for sure, you gotta keep up. If a nigga can't put that shit on, need to get out the premises. No cap. If you got, you know what I'm saying? You gotta put this shit on your own way. You can't come like, how he gonna come? You know what I'm saying? Cause he got, you know what I'm saying? His whole fit gonna be goddamn a dub.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard that he'll have like a crazy ass outfit, rock it for a couple hours or a day or whatever, and then just leave it in the hotel. Is that true?
Who told you that?
I don't know. I forget. But somebody told me that, and I'm like, damn, like the mystique of the drip god continues.
I don't put on shit. I put this shit on one time, take it off.
Right.
He could just spend a whole bunch of money on it. I'm putting this shit on one time, man. I got a whole nother fit.
But is he saving it? Is he like archiving it, sending it home or some shit?
Nah, he got archive for sure.
He'll save it?
No, for sure. Like certain pieces, he saving them shits.
Okay.
Like for sure. Certain pieces.
I have certain rappers tell me that, like, yeah, you know, I send it back home and they put it all on archive, or they sell it, or they, like, somebody's in charge of selling it after the fact.
Hell no, he ain't selling that shit.
It's just pure collection?
Nah, for sure. He really love clothes. He really like, he really love putting clothes on. He really love fashion. He really into that shit. So he really, like, certain pieces, he really, hey, put this in the closet. I ain't wearing this shit no more. Like, put this in the closet.
Are you ever just around and you just end up getting hooked up with tons of free fucking clothing
sure.
from? Yeah, like, I see the rappers who end up like they get so much shit that everybody in their crew just ends up getting whatever they don't like.
For sure, they gotta show love to the crew. You know what I'm saying? Slap business. You dig? You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna put that shit on too though. I be fucking with them niggas though. I fuck with them. We all fuck with them niggas. Like,
right.
Them niggas that be giving up free shit, we gonna put that shit on, cause that shit be hard.
Right.
And the fact that you just really came and just did all this just to give niggas some free clothes, like, I fuck with you just off the fact you just did all that, bro. Like, I'm finna wear this shit.
You probably got a lot of people hitting you up direct too, trying to get you
rocking
that shit.
Yeah, I tell them send that
right?
shit.
Yeah.
Send it. I'ma tag them.
That's its own little hustle right there.
Nah, for sure. They know what they're doing. I fuck with them though. I fuck with the clothes.
Facts. I was looking through your Twitter. I found this tweet. Your priority's not right if you're thinking about pussy and not money.
100%.
Talk to me about it.
It's good to think about pussy. Like,
right.
I love pussy.
But you can't let it overtake the
for
priorities.
sure. If your shit ain't together, like, you need to be focusing on goddamn getting you some fucking money right now. You know what I'm saying? Don't be thinking about sex. You heard Gun One. That was Wanda talking, not Gun One. That was Wanda. That was Wanda said that. Don't be thinking about no pussy. Hey, if that shit ain't together, man, don't be thinking about no pussy, man. That shit ain't healthy.
Right.
Okay.
No, that's real. Sometimes you see a dude who, like, they ain't accomplished anything, or they ain't got nothing going on in their life, and they only thinking about some pussy, and it's like, you really might want to focus on
for sure.
making something out of yourself.
No, for sure, because there's a lot of pussy out here. There's a lot of it.
I'm sure you've seen way too much of it.
Man.
All the girls that must be coming around.
No, Vietnamese.
You just stay away from it.
Huh?
You stay away from it.
We're gonna just keep that shit just close. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about that after.
That's cool. No, I respect it, man.
No, for sure.
You gotta keep it low key.
No, for sure, I'm a player.
I wish I learned that at some point. I always been way too high key with my shit.
No, for sure, you be going up. That's
way
you
too
though.
high key with my vibes.
I fuck with it, Slime.
In the slat world.
No cap. I fuck with it. No kids.
Facts. All right. So, like, in terms of what you've been working on since the lockdown has been going on, like, how have you been, continuing to find your creative groove?
Man, I just been cooking up, man. Me and that shit crazy. Yak just mentioned you in the song.
Really?
Yeah, no cap.
What?
Nah, we're gonna put this shit out.
Oh,
it's called In the Cool.
Shout out Yak. Yak's a good guy right there.
No, Slack got him, my brother. You did. Slack business. You did. Now he said, what he say? He said, I just did an interview with Adam 22. You get flat like an inner tube. Nah, I gotta play you that shit. Nah,
Holy
no
shit.
cap.
That's an honor right there. Damn.
Nah, Slack got it.
That's fire.
Nah, no cap.
Oh shit. Okay, but so you've been working with like a bunch of the different artists in the whole Wild Soul universe. You've been working with Yak. You've been working with who else?
Me and Yak got a lot of shit. Of course, me and Warren. Me and Slime got like 2 songs. That shit just I be having to get my shit together for Slime. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like when I go in there with Slime, like I done went in there with Slime like probably like 3 or 4 times, and I done played beats and he didn't fuck with them. But the beats were hard, but it was like it's not the vibe. I'm not on that vibe right now, Slime. Like you know what I'm saying? Like and I don't never take this shit as a like, damn, he fuck with my beat like that just shit just made me want to go, I need to go cook up some fire shit then. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to get my shit together. Like when you play beats with Slime, you gotta have your shit together. You gotta have at least 50 beats ready and certain folders that what vibe you want. Got some slow shit, fast shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I just had to get my shit together for him. I was tripping.
You ever been in the position where you have a rapper listening to your beats and they just keep skipping through them? And then you kind of realize, like, oh, fuck, they ain't
100%.
like stopped on one of them.
Fuck. Damn, man, I thought this was the one.
I've seen producers in that position and sort of felt that pain.
Yeah, 100%. But that shit, you got to take that pain. Like, pain, sometimes pain, like, you got to use that shit as happiness. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you going to feel better about yourself now that you got to fucking beat off because you remember that time when it was like, man, that shit ain't nothing.
Right. Like, and also, it's like he's had production from all the greatest 100%. Producers out right now and shit. So it's like,
he's the GOAT. So you can't even come to him playing. Right. Don't even come to Slime playing like that. Like, I had to look myself in the mirror like, bro, yo stupid ass tripping. You need to get your fucking computer together and your folders and shit. You need to get a new computer, all that shit together for him. Because he's the fucking GOAT. He's a genius.
Right.
Much love to Slime, no cap.
I respect it, man.
Love him for life.
So is tour, when you're on tour, does it ever get kind of slow and boring, or are you just like entertained the whole time? What's it like?
I mean, I fuck with tour. That shit be lit. Different city every night. Like, that shit lit. And this shit, like, give a nigga just a different vibe. You can make different beats now. Different type of beats, different type of vibe. Like, that shit, I fuck with that. I love touring. Is
there anywhere on tour that really stood out to you as a place that you would want to go back, or is they all kind of blur together at a certain point?
This is a blur.
Because you don't see that much, right? Like, you see the venue and then the hotel.
Yeah, we working. It ain't even all, like, I don't even give a fuck about playing that much. Like we gonna get some vibes, head on out to the yo, vibe it out, make some music, make some magic, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga ain't even give a fuck about all that going out and shit, unless they paying for a nigga to be there. Like, a nigga fuck with some niggas though. Like, if we fuck with you, we gonna pull up on you. Like, some niggas that have an after party, we pulling up on your after party and fuck with you because we just fuck with you. Like, no cap.
Yeah, that is one thing about Thug and Gunna and shit, is that you kind of just see them like out doing things that they fuck with. Like, they're not just like sheltered away. Like my boy Desto Dub, like he got the van downtown and shit.
We fuck with Desto.
I seen the video of Thug and Dub just pulling, or Thug and Gunna pulling up and just like fucking with Dub and shit. And I'm like, man, they are famous as fuck and having mad jewelry to just be out here in public. Not
because it be real though. We really fuck with these folk. Like, these folk pulling up on us even when the camera's not around and niggas not take pictures or nothing. Like Desto, we fuck with Desto. Much love to him too. No cap.
Shout out my boy Dub. Okay, so what else are you working on? Anything else that we need to know about in terms of shit that's going on in the career of Young Taurus?
You know, just look forward to hearing me on more people's songs and shit. Just more Gunna and Taurus, like, just working, bro. Just trying to stay afloat. Know what I'm saying? Just getting high, cooler.
Does it ever feel kind of overwhelming just because you kind of went from really not having all these crazy ass experiences to having seen so much in the course of just a couple of years?
I mean, I really haven't even took a step back and look. Like, this shit's still a dream to me, in a sense, in a way. Like, it's crazy. Like, that shit crazy. I can't even. I don't even know how to explain this shit. I don't even feel, like, I feel blessed. Like, that's all I can say. I just feel blessed, man.
Has the Corona thing sort of felt like it allowed you the space to maybe, like, be able to look at your life a little bit more and be like, damn, it's been a crazy couple of years.
Yeah, it make you cherish this life more. Like, damn, nigga can't go outside, nigga can't tour. Like, damn, I really miss how we used to live. Like, nigga just ain't trying to make this shit the norm, man. Nigga just trying to make sure this shit go away and we can go back to living and touring and vibing out, getting high.
Right.
Feel me?
You ever think about it? Because, like, you know, for instance, Ski Master's DJ is DJ Scheme.
Yeah, Scheme. I fuck with Scheme. That's my boy.
Right,
I fuck with Scheme.
Scheme's doing a lot. You know, like, he's put out records like as him, like with artists featured on it, but it's his song and stuff. Is that the kind of thing you ever thought about in terms of building your overall personal brand?
I just really started, bro. So I'm not really even trying to put, like, you know what I'm saying, that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with what I'm doing right now, bro. I'm blessed. Like, I don't really feel like, sometimes, like, that shit take away from the art of it sometimes, because some people might not take it as serious sometimes. You just that shit got to be dropped in the right time, right shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people just, I'm just cool with just being, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do shows and shit too. So, I'm cool with just how shit is right now, honestly. Like, I'm just going to flow with this shit, just trying to see what's going to happen.
You got a lot of time to be DJ Khaled, you know? Do you feel like you're starting to get that level of appreciation, though? We have, like, the fan pages and everything, like, really fucking with you and wanting to know more about you? Because I feel like you're going to figure out how many people wanted to know more about you once this interview comes out.
Yeah, nah, I fuck with that, though. Like, I really, I love this shit. Like, I'm humble at the same time, though. Like, I don't let this shit get to my head and be like, oh shit, I'm that nigga. Like, nah, like, I fuck with it. Like, I show love. Like, I reply to even some niggas that ain't even nobody just slept. Like, love for sure. Like, cause I just, you know what I'm saying? I just know how it feel to just be where they at. Like, nothing going on. You just like, damn, these niggas goddamn artistic as a motherfucker. These niggas geniuses. What the fuck? Like, I just show love to everybody and just stay blessed and just be humble with this shit.
For sure.
Cause this shit can go any day.
It's real.
Okay.
For sure.
You gotta roll up some of this blooming, bro.
Yeah, I mean, this Metro blooming weed is just making me smell it. This shit smell crazy. I'm out here
Roll
smoking
that shit
mid,
up,
bro.
bro.
I smoke mid every day.
We go paper fronto with the spliff. You know what I'm saying?
You got Fronto with you?
Yeah, for sure. It's some cool shit though.
That's the best kind of fucking spliffs is the Fronto
No
ones.
cap. That's the way to smoke. That's the way to go. I got some cool shit though.
Okay.
I ain't got the New York junk. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got the clear bag, motherfucker. But you know what I'm saying? This shit.
Oh, you got this shit. All
Yeah,
right.
this shit to get us through.
When you go to New York though, that's like a main priority is you got to go see the old
No
Jamaican
cap.
guys with the Fronto.
Slime. When I go to New York and DC, I get 40 goddamn clear bags of this shit. Like, hey, I need this shit, man. I need it.
All right, you got to be in charge of rolling up though, because I cannot roll with the Fronto. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with that shit.
I'm gonna roll you on, Slime.
It's complicated.
No I'm gonna roll you on. I had 200 for lunch. That's not a foot on a cut.
Bro, I appreciate you coming and doing this interview.
No,
I feel
for
like
sure.
there's a lot of people who probably want to know about you, and this is gonna.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's why I say I had to. I gotta come do it with Adam, if anything. If anything, I gotta come do it with Adam, man, cause he on some shit.
That's facts.
Nah, don't care.
He said it.
Slap business.
Oh, what's that shirt of you?
Medium.
I gotta get you some drip. We got some new shit.
Got to. You know what I'm saying? Drip me down, son.
Fire. Taurus, I appreciate you coming in, man.
No cap, son. I appreciate you for having me.
No jumper.
Slatty.
Coolest podcast of the world. Check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes. Like, comment, subscribe.
Slat.
And go
One of
follow my
Deluxe.
man. Go follow.
One Deluxe out now, man. 200 for lunch.
Yeah.
Slat.
Another classic interview in the books. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and head on over to nojumper.com to support. Appreciate y'all.